Taxi ready. I'll get you there as soon as possible.
Gory, gory, what a hell of a way to die!
Guns primed and ready. We're operational.
Sir, yes, sir! Lipton, Malarkey! Come with me! Move fast and clear! Lipton, Malarkey! Come with me!
Waiting for orders, Captain.
Platoon, formed and ready! Sir, yes, sir! Let's liberate some ladies. Sir, yes, sir! First platoon! Easy company! Go.
Well done, sir. The MG-42 has been cut to pieces. You have successfully put into practice the combination of infantry and artillery units to regain advantage on the field. In this exercise, you will help an Allied tank progress through the map by being its eyes. You're being granted access to the Recon class. Click Next to compose your battle group. One unit's pack slots is available. As you can guess, a Recon unit possesses a certain ability to spot and identify the enemy's position. But it has a cost. Scout are usually a very weak unit, so you cannot allow them to engage in battle. Enemies are hiding somewhere near the central road. Tanks have very poor optics, so they can easily be ambushed. You will need to spot enemy positions on a parallel road with your scout. Once your unit has located an enemy, that good old M4A1 with its firepower will automatically neutralize it. Position your men on the deployment zone. Click on the Launch Battle button when it's done, and rally your squad at the recon site on the parallel road.
Chariot awaits, sir. I'll get you there as soon as possible. Nothing to report. Nothing to report.
The front line is pretty close. You should always consider dismounting your troops before entering enemy territory.
Yes, sir.
As you can see, recon units don't influence the front line, so they're able to sneak up quietly into enemy territory.
Don't wake Jerry.
enemies identified. It's an MG-42. This one was pretty close to the tank. Let the tank get rid of it. It is impervious to MG fire. Unlike your infantry, as you well know. Okay, 2 more enemy units are hiding somewhere else.
Yes, sir.
Progress within the hedgerow to conceal yourself. If you hover over elements of the map, it will provide you with information on their level of protection and concealment. Yellow for light cover, green for heavy cover. While your unit is advancing, you can see the line of sight of your unit or the enemy's one by pressing the short key.
Waiting for orders. We're listening. I have nothing else planned for this afternoon.
MG-42 identified.
The only minus that I'm thinking about is that it takes a while for the enemy to die. Which, I mean, I guess it makes sense, but still.
1 enemy left. Keep quiet.
Yes, sir. Don't wake Jerry. Hand me the binoculars, Private. Roger.
MG-42 identified in the farm sector. Well done, sir. There's no longer any sign of an enemy presence.
Okay, the other 2
You
units
understood
worked.
the value of reconnaissance units on the
more
battlefield
quickly.
and have mastered their use. Good job. In this exercise, you will control several types of tanks. You are being granted access to the tank and anti-tank classes of the battle group. Click Next to... Unit pack slots are available in the tank and anti-tank unlock classes. Tanks are powerful units, able to engage every type of ground unit. Pay attention to the armor-piercing and high explosive values of their weapons. The AP indicates the unit's ability to destroy armored units. The HE indicates its ability to damage unarmored units. More importantly, have a look at their armor. Most tanks have thick frontal armor. In combat, always try to present your thickest armor to a threat, while at the same time, if you outnumber an enemy tank, try to flank it and attack its rear or side armor. The M4A1 at your disposal are basic medium tanks, well armored and well armed. Anti-tank units come in various calibers, hence efficiency, but are all dedicated to neutralizing enemy armors. Foot ones are usually low profile and easy to conceal to An Allied scout has been deployed to help you spot enemy tanks waiting to ambush your armors. Position your M4A1 in the deployment zone and click on the Launch Battle button when it's done.
Red 6, mounted up.
Enemy identified. It's a Panzer II Lux. That Panzer II is a lightly armored tank designed for mobility. Light tanks are often very fast and carry enough firepower to be a threat to any unit which is lighter than they are. Position your M4A1 medium tank at range to get rid of it swiftly. Notice the AP value of your main gun against the Panzer II armor. The enemy tank took too much stress and fallback. It will run back to a safe position. Use the hunt order to pursue him and neutralize it before it recovers.
So many positive waves. Berlin or bust.
Good job. Panzer II looks neutralized.
Let's roll.
Enemy identified. It is a Panzer IV-G. That Panzer is a tough guy. It's a medium tank similar to our M4A1, but it's armed with an extremely effective gun that's able to knock your isolated tank. We'll need backup to turn that situation to our advantage. Call in the other M4A1 at your disposal.
I hear you, loud and clear.
Command tank works as platoon leader. Bring it close to your deployed tank to improve its stats.
This is a story you will tell to your grandchildren. At your orders.
Now that your tanks have gathered, face the Panzer IV-G by holding down the right mouse button on the tanks and dragging the mouse in the direction of the enemy to face the enemy with the strongest armor.
Armor ready. Let's roll. Yes, sir. I'll be there soon. Radio check, red 1 through 6. Over. Get your shit in gear. We're rolling. Berlin or bust. Move, but watch for ambushes.
Good job. Panzer IV-G neutralized.
Red 6, mounted up. Let's roll.
Last enemy identified. It is a Stug 3G. As you can guess from the 2 stars under its tag, this one is a battle-hardened veteran. No need to try to attack it with the M4A1. Let's bring in the M10A1 destroyer and neutralize this tank at long range.
At your orders.
Now, place the M10A1 in range. You can bring the command M4A1 close to it to increase its precision. You can also try to use the other M4A1 tank to flank the Stug 3G. This Stug 3G has no turret, so a flanking maneuver could be pretty efficient.
Awaiting orders. I'll be there soon. Attention! Damn, that was close. Yes, sir.
You've lost a unit, sir. Call for reinforcements and deploy the new unit on the battlefield.
This is a story you will tell to your grandchildren. Looking for a prey.
Good job. Stug 3G neutralized. Well done, sir. The enemy's presence has been eradicated. You've understood the use of armored units in combat. You are now ready to deal massive damage to the German pride. Great job. In this exercise, you'll learn how to defend against aircraft, and also how to use them. While on the ground, you'll learn how to call in off-map long-range artillery strikes. You're being granted access to the anti-air and air classes of the battle group. Click Next. Fill the unit pack slots available in the... The anti-air unit's role is to protect your ground units on the battlefield. Most anti-air units serve to suppress enemy planes and force them to... The mobile observation post can call artillery strikes from an off-map battery. Once the mission is fired, it takes some time to... Air units have various roles depending on their loadout. Aerial recon, such as the Grasshopper, are the only aerial units that can unveil enemies on the ground without being affected by the terrain or the front line. However, they are very fragile units. Dogfighter aircrafts, such as the enemy has established defense positions on the map. You will need to find and dismantle them one by one. But first, Army Intel warns us about an enemy aircraft takeoff. Let's deploy and position the M16 MGMC in your deployment zone. Click on the Launch Battle button when it's done.
AA guns ready. Waiting for targets.
The air raid alarm signal indicates an enemy aircraft has been spotted. It's a German Me-109G0 fighter, trying to claim air superiority. Hopefully, you have positioned your anti-air defense in time. The Me-109 is now under suppressive fire. It won't be long before it flees. Great job! The German Me-109 has evacuated. Now that we have a clear sky, bring in the Grasshopper to recon and find all of the enemy defenses on the ground. Once you call in an aircraft, it places itself on the off-map assets panel. This panel lists all of your off-map assets, planes, and heavy artillery, and indicates each one's status. As you can see in the off-map assets panel, your Grasshopper is in ready stance. Select it and right-click anywhere on the map to deploy it.
Be ready. How bad is enemy AA over there?
Well done! The Grasshopper's status, once deployed, is in mission. The gauge represents its fuel tank. Once it's empty, planes automatically evacuate to resupply for a given duration before returning to the ready status. Let's not waste time. We should detect the enemy's positions before the Grasshopper needs to resupply. Good job. All enemy defenses have been spotted. It's a bloody alarm. That goddamn German Me-109 fighter came back. Try to evacuate the Grasshopper. It will cancel its ongoing mission and resupply. It's time to call in the P-51D. It's our best asset against this German fighter. Once deployed, it will automatically engage the Me-109 in a dogfight.
Go on, Control. Roger. Heading there. Enemy spotted. I'll make ace yet.
Great job. Now we can reclaim air superiority and start the dismantlement of enemy defenses. Call back a Grasshopper and let's focus on the first enemy concentration. Let's deploy the 4 GPA OP to call in an off-map artillery strike. Ally M8 reconnaissance vehicles have just arrived to help wipe out any remaining enemies after the artillery strike. For GPA OP deployed. Its associated off-map battery now appears in the off-map assets panel. Next to it are listed 3 types of strikes: fire for effect, emergency, and barrage. Select the fire for effect one, the longest but most precise strike, and click on the first enemy concentration. You have a total of 3 fire missions at your disposal. Scout with the Grasshopper to target precisely, and be sure that no units are left.
They look like ants from up here. How bad is enemy AA over there?
Remember that you can increase the game speed.
Enemy spotted.
Krauts in the open! Fire for effect!
We'll find him. Eye in the sky. I'm on E. Bugging out.
Well done. The first enemy defensive line has been wiped out. Your aircraft took too much stress and evacuate. In fallback stance, it will automatically fly back to the airport to refuel and repair if it makes it alive. The best way to get rid of those isolated PAC-43 is with our P-47 Thunderbolt. Use the Grasshopper to get a clear view of the PAC-49 positions and deploy the P-47 to snipe them.
Standing by. We'll find them. Eagle 1 ready. Enemy spotted. Bone dry. I'm out of here.
Okay, one PAC-43 gone, and one to go. Don't waste time. Deploy another P-47.
Be ready. Roger. Go on, Control. I've spotted the enemy. Affirmative. You would be blind without us. Bone dry. I'm out of here.
Good job. The PAC-43 are no more. You can now deploy the B-26 Marauder bombers, or call in another off-map artillery strike, if left, on that last enemy concentration.
We'll find them. I've spotted the enemy. Dropping the eggs.
Good choice, sir. Select your B-26 and right-click on a spotted enemy target, or fire on position and right-click on the desired position.
I've spotted the enemy. Heading back home.
Great job. The enemy position has been eradicated. Well done, sir. You have mastered the use of off-map assets. You've understood how vital it is to keep air superiority, and how to severely impact the enemy's morale and troops by using powerful off-map artillery strikes. In this exercise, you will be free to put to use what you have already learned in a real skirmish condition. You're being granted access to all the classes of the battle group. Click Next to compose your battle group. Fill all the units' pack slots available to validate your battle group. Recon units can reveal enemy positions and sneak up stealthily into enemy territory.
I
Fill all
don't
slots
think I
with
have
the
time for
available
this. I think that will have to wait. Even if I play with Trainer, that's gonna take a moment. Yeah. Yep. I mean, maybe I would have been able to finish this, but I do not want to guess. So this one will wait. For now, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this episodes. I'm gonna render them in two, and I will see you guys next time. Later.